How is the true gaming family? It's your boy Sega Man back here with another video. In this video today is going to be about the toxic gamer that exists out here in the gaming community. I'm going to give you my opinion, thoughts about toxic gamers that are in the gaming community. You know, uh, there's different types of ways to explain toxicity in gaming. Toxic gamers. You know, a toxic gamer is somebody that always likes to rain on your parade. They like to try to take your fun away of enjoying the gaming system you prefer to game on and the games that you like talking about. Preferably, people I've seen in the gaming community, as long as I've been doing YouTube and talking about gaming, retro gaming, Xbox, which is my preferred console. You guys know that. And Xbox, the toxicity and the gamers that come when you make videos, the toxic gamers that come when you're playing games, even on your own system. You know, a lot of things I found out, guys, in the gaming community about toxic gamers, and I sat back and thought long about this, is that when you play and experience online games where you're playing online, rather it be Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty, games like that. And I've played all those games online, multiplayer. And I experienced and heard a lot of really bad toxicity and racial slurs in gaming. And the worst I've ever heard, to be honest with you, was probably was in Call of Duty and Halo. It still goes on today. People that are different ethnicities, people of color, meaning um, Black Americans, Latino Americans, women of color, and even I guess people that are also like trans or gay. Um, you can usually tell by sometimes the way people talk and interact on these games, and you'll get really bad hate slurs like the N word. You know, talking about saying like bad words about Latinos. You know, and we come here to have fun and play these games and to have fun with everybody. But a toxic gamer in the community, uh, it needs to be addressed more. Microsoft is actually, I think they had a discussion about that a couple years back about the toxicity that happens while you're playing multiplayer games online. And if you're a YouTuber, a gaming YouTuber like myself, Hebot, E-Rock, and 100, you know, people like us that, love the Xbox brand and stand by Xbox because that's our preferred console. Um, the toxicity in the Xbox community reigns supreme. It really does. I found out a lot of people that are Xbox fans always protect, you know, and believe in their brand. And they have every right to, including myself. I'm allowed to voice my opinion about my preferred console. I've had a lot of people come into my comment sections, say very nasty things. A lot of immature people out there that, like to follow other big YouTubers, and, they don't think for themselves, and they become toxic, you know. And it's just really unfortunate that that's how it is today. When I was growing up in gaming, collecting my systems and playing games, I mean, you had fun with people, and you would crack jokes about certain things about another system. If somebody liked it in Nintendo and I had a Sega Genesis, me and my friends would just crack. It was in fun. We would crack jokes about it. But this stuff has just went too far today. It just goes beyond belief. You know, I like what I like, and I will defend my brand, no matter what. It's what I like, you know. And you can tell the certain people that come in your comment sections. You can actually tell who they go and listen to. You really can. If you really think about it, you can really tell where they've been, and then they come to your channel and they say the same things that that YouTuber said on their channel, talking, really, grimy about Xbox. You know what I mean? Uh, People like and gamers like Hebot, Hebot really calls out the toxicity out here in the gaming community. And I will tell you this, guys. There's other people in the Xbox community that do call it out, but Hebot is front and center. I've known Hebot for a while now, and he's front and center in that. You know what I mean? Because since 2013 and still today in 2021, it's the same. It's changed a little bit, but if you really think about it, it's still the same. People still are running with that same narrative that Xbox did in 2013. Every company, guys, make mistakes. Not just gaming companies, companies in general make mistakes. Car companies make mistakes. You know what I mean? It happens. It's a business. And in business, nothing's perfect. People make mistakes. Businesses make mistakes. Microsoft is a behemoth of a business, and they're bound to make mistakes, you know? And on the other hand, it doesn't make any sense how people will and think that Sony can't not make mistakes. That everything that the PlayStation division does is fair. And they are really in denial. A lot of those people uh, that try to spew toxicity, they're very, very much in denial. It can range from various things, you know, from the games that are on Xbox. For instance, a person, a true PlayStation fan wouldn't do this. A true PlayStation fan wouldn't do this. But you got the ones out of there that are like they're the fake trolls and toxic gamers. They will refuse to pick up an Xbox to play Sunset Overdrive because Sunset Overdrive is on Xbox. If you're a gamer and there's a game that you truly want to play, a true gamer, you'll buy that Xbox and play that game. There's Xbox diehard fans out here that have both systems. And they tell you in their videos that they buy the PlayStation 4 for the exclusives. So they're playing their games. They're playing Sony games. Okay? A lot of these toxic trolls out here would refuse to play Sunset Overdrive because it was made by Insomniac, which is basically in the Sony camp, to play Sunset Overdrive because it's on an Xbox. If let's say the shoe was on the other foot, okay? I really like Sunset Overdrive. I beat it a long time ago. It's a great game. Let's say Sunset Overdrive was on the Sony PlayStation 4 and not on the Xbox, okay? Let's say that game was exclusive to the PlayStation. I would play that game on the PlayStation 4. When I would pick up a PlayStation 4, I would buy that game and play it. I'm not going to be upset because the game is on PlayStation 4, not my preferred console. You see, if you're a true gamer, right, and there's a game that you're really interested in, you will play that game on that console. You know, that's what true gamers do. True gamers play all types of games on different consoles from different companies. I do. Like I told you guys before, I have a PlayStation 3. I know it's old. I know it's very old gen console. But my favorite game on there is Resistance 1, 2, and 3. I loved those games on the PlayStation 3. I thought they were great sci-fi shooters, and I still think they are today. It is the best sci-fi shooter on that system. The best gore and sci-fi-ish game shooter, bro shooter on the Xbox is Gears of War. And I love Gears of War. It's my favorite shooter of all time. Gears of War. So what I'm trying to say to true gamers out there and people that are becoming into gaming, you have to defend yourself. And it's a shame that you have to do that. Because if you choose to make YouTube videos, have a YouTube channel like myself, podcasts like myself, the Alpha Podcast, Xbox Alpha Podcast, and different things like that, you're going to run into that, unfortunately. Because you have human beings out here that can't think for themselves. Grown men, which is a damn shame, that are into gaming, want to be toxic and be a part of that, uh, a part of that camp. You know what I mean? Then they want to come and try to, like I said in the beginning of this video, rain on your parade. You have to defend that. Okay? You have to defend that if you're going to be into gaming. It's a shame it's that way today, but that's just the way it is. You know? I'm always going to defend my brand. I don't care about how toxic these gamers want to be out here. Just to let you know, and maybe to give something for you to think about when you lay down in your bed tonight and before you close your eyes and go to sleep. You are responsible for destroying the gaming community. You are responsible for destroying gaming because you want to keep downing people and calling people names like derogatory names, racial slurs in gaming. You are helping to destroy gaming. Hope you're very proud of yourself for that. It's because of you that the way the industry is today. Because believe it or not, a lot of developers, yes, they want to develop their games. They want to see their game shine on the preferred console they want to have it on, which is an Xbox, okay, or a PlayStation, right? But you want to come and make petitions about games that are on Xbox, and you want to have them on your preferred console, but yet you don't buy the game. You don't even play the game. You just listen to other people, okay? You're just you're robots. You're kind of like a cult, because cult people that are in cults, they don't think for themselves. They listen to the cult leader. They don't have a mind of their own. I have a mind of my own. I don't listen to anybody. I can respect your opinion about gaming and how you may feel if you're a true gamer and you played that game and you got a feel for the game, and if you have some negative views about the game that you did play on the Xbox, then I can accept your opinion. But if you have never played the game, if you never picked up an Xbox controller and played the game, then I don't have to accept your opinion at all. The only way I'm going to ever accept your opinion and believe that you're a true gamer and an honest gamer is if you actually played that game and then gave your opinion about it. I'm not going to listen to you because you go and listen to somebody else's podcast and then come over here and tell me that Gears sucks. Gears is rinse, wash, and repeat, right? Because I can say the same thing about God of War. Rinse, wash, and repeat. I can say the same thing about that game. If that person loves God of War and they keep the series going, hats off to them. You know what I mean? But there's people that have played the game and didn't like the little boy in the game, his son. They didn't like that he was part of the game. That's their opinion. They're true gamers. If they played the game and thought the little boy was annoying in the God of War game and didn't think he had any kind of substance or any kind of you know being in the game and they didn't like it, then that's their opinion on it. You can't negate that and you can't debate that. It's their opinion, and that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And it's a shame. It really is. It's a shame that people out here in the gaming community are like that. Listen, I'm 48 years old. I had people coming in my comment section say, "Oh, you shouldn't be playing games, old man," and stupid shit because they have nothing else to debate me with. They don't. They go to saying stuff like that, talking about my family members, checking out all my social media because their ass hurt because of something I said about a game that I like. You know what I mean? Or I give them my opinion about Sony being anti-consumer. Some of the things that they do on their side is unfair to a gamer, a true gamer. It doesn't even have to be a diehard PlayStation fan. It can be somebody that just likes playing a PlayStation casual. Consumer, they're very anti-consumer. Okay, rather you want to believe it or not, or you want to believe what everybody says about Sony, that it's great and that they can't do no wrong. You're in denial, because every company does do have and made mistakes, including Sony's PlayStation. They're making a lot of mistakes right now. You know what I mean? And maybe someday they will come to their senses. You know what I mean? But that's just the way it is, you know? That's what happens when you start to get left behind, because they're starting to get left behind. It's not the olden days of the PlayStation 1 and 2 anymore. You know, you have to please your consumers when it comes to gaming. You have to give them some incentive to keep wanting to stay in your ecosystem. You got to keep them happy. When you have a business, it doesn't even have to just be gaming. You have to keep your customers happy. Why? So they can keep coming back and spending money with you. And in return, you give back to that consumer. And then they keep giving back to you. That's what you have to do in business. And right now, they're not doing that. Whether you like it or not, they're not doing that. With the Sony PlayStation, they're just not. With Microsoft, they are giving back to the Xbox gamer with Game Pass, right? We have EA Play. We have Bethesda now. We got The Initiative. We have a lot of game studios now. We have games coming in Game Pass almost every week. They're giving back to their consumer that spend their hard-earned ass working money that they make. And I'm a big contributor to that. I'm heavily invested into the Xbox Microsoft ecosystem. I buy a lot of games. I buy a lot of controllers, games and stuff, digital and physical. I'm very pleased with what Microsoft is doing. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be supporting it. Very happy. There's a lot of people that are true Xbox fans, diehard Xbox fans, that are very happy with what they're getting, what Microsoft's Xbox is giving to them. You'll hear somebody every week that does a video, okay, or a podcast talk about Game Pass. Game Pass is not a failure. You guys are in denial. The ones that hate Game Pass sure talk about it a lot. It's called jealousy because it's not on their preferred console. They want a Game Pass on the PlayStation. They won't admit it. They want to stay in denial, but we all know that they want a PlayStation Pass on their preferred console. They really do. People that talk so much of hate about Game Pass want Game Pass. They do. They won't admit it because they're hypocrites, but they do. They want Game Pass on their preferred console. That's why Sony Entertainment and the PlayStation are, I guess they're going to make a Sony PlayStation Pass. I really don't hear too much about it. I check gaming news sometimes on my laptop. I don't really hear anything about it. Maybe they're working on it, you know, trying to find some way to do that, because they should. Because I think, and I know, because I have friends that are PlayStation fans and love that brand, are sick and tired of remasters and remakes. They're sick and tired of buying. They don't want to buy those over again. Once you play those games that are one and dones, I know you hate to hear that, but a lot of their games are one and dones. They are. You know what I mean? They don't want to keep buying a remaster of the same game. That's anti-consumer. Give them something new to spend $70 on, since they want to make games $70. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know things go up. I know it's expensive to make games. I know that. But a lot of people are really upset and very unhappy that Sony games are $70. And I'm not making that up. There's articles about it in gaming news, right? Like I said in the beginning of my video, guys, the true gamers out there, there's a lot of toxicity out here, guys. All right? And you got to put on that Teflon bulletproof gaming vest, because they're going to come for you, man. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Your boy Sega, man. Be ready. Be ready, man. Because they're just waiting and lying dormant until Microsoft makes a mistake. They're waiting. Little things, very little things, like MLB The Show. You know, even the people that, like Hebot said in a video, they score it lower now because it's on the Xbox console. That's just pitiful, and that's a shame. Before it was on the Xbox console, it got better scores, but now that it's on Game Pass, it's lower scores. I mean, it's just a shame, guys. Just before I end this video, just don't let the toxicity take you over. Enjoy your gaming on your preferred console. Rather you're an Xbox fan like myself, or a true PlayStation fan or Nintendo. Okay? Everybody's going to have their opinions about systems that they play games on and own. If you don't like it, give a respectful reply. Don't be toxic out here like the rest of these goons. You know what I mean? The, the best way to destroy them is not to answer them back. If they're in your comment sections, act like they're not there. If you don't answer them back, you don't give them any shine, eventually they leave you alone. That's what you have to do. Well, guys, I'm going to end this video. I hope you liked my opinion about this, the toxicity in gaming. Uh, maybe someday uh, it might get a little better. You know, we'll have to see. But I'm signing off, guys. You guys have a nice week coming up. Come and check the Xbox Alpha podcasts out on Saturdays at 2 or 2:30. Come and check me out and rock out with me and my boy Ebot, Tuckmaster when he can be there. You know what I'm saying? And when I have guests, come and check us out, man. Shouts out to 100 and Intramedia Gaming. Shouts out to Hebot and We Got Next podcast. Go check Hebot. He does great videos, guys. Very good, brother. Check us out on the Exile podcast with my brother E-Rock, the Don King of Xbox, E-Rock X. Very original brother. You know what I mean? Very, very creative brother, man. And check us out on the Exile podcast at 7 p.m. Sundays with Unlimited Productions, myself, Hebot, and Tough Guys. All right. Shouts out to the Graphic God and Retro Renegades. Shouts out to all the brothers and true gamers out there that support your boy Sega, man. Shouts out to them good brothers like Lewis L, Wild Horse, Smitty Smith, Paltrex, you know, people like Mr. Kima that come and rock out with us, and Sega Forever, NWO Prime, everybody that rocks out with us, man. It's very appreciated, and I'm very respectful to all my subscribers and fans that rock out with your boy Sega, man. All right. So peace and love, guys. Xbox for life, brothers. We don't die. We multiply. Enjoy your gaming. Don't let people destroy your gaming. Peace.